so good that people were downloading third-party apps just to get it, and it's been hidden inside the game this whole time after the recent update. And that's not even the craziest one. There's actually a way to instantly transfer all your settings to any device in seconds, and almost nobody knows it exists. These are just 2 of the 13 settings you need to change right now if you want to become a pro in Roblox Rivals. There are 2 important settings I wanted to cover first: easy quick attack and quick attack keeping. You want to disable both of them. Easy quick attack allows you to instantly use your quick melee or quick utility as soon as you pull it out, which is a bad thing because you can't, for example, take melee with sight. It will automatically dash for you. The pull out animation is short, but pretty much all pros have this off, and you really don't want to accidentally dash by pressing that button. Quick attack keeping makes you equip that melee or utility as soon as you use the quick buttons for them. This is terrible because you can't use fists for movement or use sight only when you want to fake or dash. Instead, it will switch to those, and you won't be able to switch back to your weapon on time. It will really mess you up. Let's cover more basic settings first. Sensitivity is the most important factor when it comes to aiming. You need to be confident with the sensitivity you are using, and if it feels too fast or too slow, just tweak it. It takes a while to find a good sense, but I recommend being more serious about that setting. If you want me to make a detailed video on finding the right sensitivity, let me know in the comments. There are a couple more settings connected to it. Aiming is your sensitivity while aiming with non-scoped weapons, such as AR, burst, and others, while the other one affects only scoped weapons, such as sniper and crossbow. So if you want a faster sense on sniper scope than you want on your AR, you can tweak them right there. It's also important that you keep horizontal and vertical on the same number, so it doesn't feel weird when aiming. The 4th setting will be field of view, by far one of the most important aiming settings. I have seen people use way too low FOV and way too high too. The highest FOV is not a bad thing because you see more on your screen, but it is more difficult because enemies also become way smaller. I would recommend keeping it somewhere in the middle. Most pros use from 90 to 105. I personally use 100. The 5th setting will be camera zoom effect. Same as sensitivity, camera zoom effect has 2 separate settings for sniper and crossbow, and other weapons that don't have big scopes. If you prefer to have more zoomed in targets on your sniper, you can make it higher. If you prefer to have less zoom on AR or other weapons, you can put it lower. Putting it way too high or way too low is not recommended. Somewhere around the middle should be more than enough. 6. Camera shake. This one is really bad because it enables a shaking effect on your weapons and utility. It can completely mess you up in every way, and I don't recommend turning this on. This is what it looks like when it's turned on and when it's turned off. A huge difference and really unnecessary. 7 is actually really useful. You guys probably remember when we used apps such as Blockstrap to disable that red flashing when shooting opponents because it was really eye-catching, and it was so much better without it. Now we actually have that setting in the game, which is amazing. It's called damage flashing. You can completely disable it and enemies won't flash red when they're taking damage. Or you can make it outline, and each time you hit them, you will see the outline. Either outline or disabled is totally fine. I prefer outline because I can actually see if I hit the enemy in case I'm not looking at damage, but disabled is just fine too, so make sure to change that setting. The 8th setting will be dark binds, right under it. This setting turns flashbangs dark instead of bright. If you're playing in a dark room or if you're sensitive to flashing lights, you do not want to have this option disabled, trust me. I personally have it on, and dark flashes are just fine to me. They don't hurt my eyes. It's time for crosshair settings. Also make sure to subscribe if you haven't. I put a lot of effort into these videos. Stay till the end because there are hidden features you definitely want to see. You know how shotguns in this game have their own crosshairs. Some people, including myself, might not like them, might find them way too big, or they just block our screens. Well, there's a fix for that. There's a setting called Override Specials. Once enabled, it allows you to use your own custom crosshair for every single weapon in the game, including shotgun. Really good, right? If you're not sure whether you're actually hitting an opponent, or if you want an easier indicator on whenever you hit a headshot or a body shot, there's a setting called Hit Marker. It's enabled by default, and you can change the size or rotate it and stuff like that. I personally have it disabled, but it's all preference. If you want to see your crosshair even when you're scoping in, there's an option that allows you to do exactly that. This is usually enabled for people who use the glass wrap, including me, and it's really useful if you want to see where you're supposed to shoot, since glass wrap can really make it difficult. There is another feature we recently got in the game, and that's the ability to change between profiles. So if you want to make a totally different preset of settings, you can do just that. For example, if you want to test some settings from a YouTuber like me, you can go to profile 2 or profile 3 and change the settings there, and your own settings preset will still be saved on number 1, which is a pretty cool feature. Another cool feature is the ability to export and import the entire preset instead of manually changing every setting. So if I click on that button and copy this thing by double clicking and pressing Ctrl+C on my keyboard, I can share my entire settings with you guys. Or if I copy the other thing, I can share only my video settings with you. Now I'm not entirely sure how this works, I haven't really checked or tested it yet, but you pretty much just paste the settings you copied in here and import them. Important note, it replaces the preset you are on, so I recommend going to a profile you want to change, and then going to this button and importing my settings. I'm not quite sure if this works, also make sure to save your own settings first just in case, and let me know down in the comments below if you guys did it or not. I will leave the entire thing in my Discord server because it's way too long, so you can copy and paste it into your own game. You now have a chance to participate in the next Guess the Rank video. And that's pretty much all of the important settings I wanted to cover for today. Changing these settings and actually using what you're confident with will help you the most in becoming a better player in this game. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments if you made it this far. Join my Discord server to get my